Heidi ho, everybody, and welcome to Friday Live. The mail call. John's got a mail call. Again, I don't have anything, but that's here nor there. And we can start out with a little.
Good morning, everybody.
Thank you, John, for the A-OK on the audio. Appreciate that. And we have my sidekick, or co-host, John C-N-E-I. So, and
Good morning.
John's only with us for the first half of the show. He decided to get a job, so he had more train money. So.
Actually, I need more train shed money so I can have more train.
We can run through who all's here. We got 3Dub, Mr. Wigwag Workshop. We got Mr. Ray Ron, who actually beat 3Dub to the punch. We have Mr. McCurdy, who I believe is now home from his World Northwest travels. We have Lee from Anfield Layout in the Loft. Hey, Lee. And John, Mr. Schuylkill River Valley, number 2. And Dwight Curley from the Curley Express. All right. I think that's Anthony Dodge. Just Rayron was first on. I already got him.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Missed that. Pay attention.
I'm trying to.
Okay. So, with that, all right, I promised trains running. I was telling John before we went live that I spent Sunday and sorry, Lee, I lost track of time. That's why I didn't make it to your live stream. But I spent Sunday cleaning the track. I completely not tore out, but broke down Chicago and cleaned the track, both the trolley track and Union Station track underneath. Made a couple minor modifications under there. Put it all back together. And so it's all running great. Turn
So,
on.
Steve, in that, how long did it take you to disassemble, clean track, and reassemble Chicago?
It took me 10 minutes to break down Chicago and Van Buren Street yard back there. It took me about an hour to do the modification I talked about, which was actually cutting away on the lower level, some here and over here so I could see through. And I'm going to do the same, I believe, to the front here. Behind the train here is a solid wall. I'm going to cut openings in there and open it up to make it more part of Union Station.
That sounds good.
Yeah. Just a little modifications like that. And so anyway, I've got the street scene running. I got the trolley running. Let's turn the power on to the track, and we'll get the track running soon. Whoa. As soon as I find my controller, my throttle. Where did I put the throttle? It's not on the pocket. No. Huh. Don't you hate it when that happens? Oh, there it is.
Good morning, Kyle.
Hey, Kyle.
Well, so far it sounds like they're running good.
Yeah, they are.
Good. So all that time it took to clean track worked for you.
Yeah, I spent probably 5 hours total. And you know me, I'm not working constantly all the time. I fiddle around. There's the butterfly effect, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, the trains are running.
Yeah, I was telling Steve a little bit.
Hopefully,
just sitting here looking at my trains I have on a covered shelf. How dusty they get just sitting there. It's sometimes it's amazing. Where'd all the dust come from? You know.
so there's
Anyway,
8 different cameras.
got 3
It's
trains
my
running.
pseudo Anthony Dodge impersonation.
Hmm. Two. What? 3 trains?
3 trains, street scene, and trolley. So 5 things
Oh, okay.
running.
Okay. Very good.
Don't know if you can see the trolley. Well, much of the trolley. The camera's on the
No.
trolley at the moment, or nor the street scene. So.
Well, you got your overhead view on there that's shows most of the track, but the trolley and the street scene they're a little too small to actually see them moving.
Right. Now I can't put this one up.
Mm-hmm. There we
There's
go.
the street scene.
Yeah, I really like that one, Steve. I think that adds a lot. I was just looking on one of the websites that I troll on. They had some good CNEI street scenes going through one of the towns that maybe I'll try to recreate. Good morning, JB.
Trolley. Oh, here comes the trolley. There it goes.
That must be the express trolley because it sure goes fast.
Yeah, and the reason behind that, running DCC. There's not running DC. There's no capacitor in it. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so you have to have enough voltage going to it to keep it running because it's only a 3-pole motor. It's not a 5, and there's no flywheels on it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why if I convert it over, or buy another one to convert DCC, put a Keep Alive in it, I could throttle it down a whole lot more,
Mm-hmm.
like I do on the street scene. Because you've seen the
Right.
street scene.
Yeah, the street scene moves nice and slow and steady and works real well.
But yeah, that's DCC. That's DCC with a Keep Alive.
Yes. Well, now, do you think you can put a DCC chip in the trolley?
Yeah.
even
it'll fit.
if you use like an Engage decoder.
No, actually, it's got it's got a bunch of room in that thing. Believe it or not, because there's all you got's a motor and two axles. So the whole cabin there is fairly empty.
Oh, and does it have the false panels on the side to see people? That no interior,
Yes.
in other words. Yeah, yeah, there should
Correct.
be room in there. Yeah.
Yeah, there is. And I've got that wired, so just with a flip of the switch, of course, it can go over to DCC. So.
Hmm.
And either run off the Motorman on DCC, or it can even run off of the uh, rest of the layout DCC and just keep going around in a circle.
Morning, Mystic. He's saying he can't stay long. He's got to go to work.
What's going on, John?
We can never have enough Johns.
A lot of truth in that.
Mm-hmm. That is true. Yeah. So what else did you work on this week besides cleaning?
That was since Sunday. That was it.
Okay.
I've been running trains because well, keep in mind, I have not cleaned this track thoroughly since I started it 3 years ago. So figure 2 years of actually running. So there were a few issues here and there, particularly underneath Lakeshore over there. And by cleaning it all out, it has, like I say, performed pretty much flawlessly.
Yeah. Well, and as we were discussing, you're running mostly metal wheels, except for some of your passenger cars, and I'm sure that helps keep the track clean.
Oh, it does. It does. As I I just threw away all the old Athearn wheels. I'll grab some. And you can see, I mean, if you look at this thing, this wheel, you probably can't see much, but I'll take this blade, all right, and just scrape. All right,
and roll off a piece of rubber or piece of plastic tire.
Look at all the crap that's coming off of that thing.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. I am not cutting into the plastic. This is just the crap that's collected on this plastic wheel.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I think I said it in one of the videos or live streams a couple weeks ago. It's like a peeling off a retread.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't know if you can see that on there.
We can see little dots, yes.
Yeah, okay. I mean, it's horrendous. I mean, some of them were so bad. I mean, it literally looked like a round circle came off.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, I've had that happen on a few of my cars, too. Or some that I've got.
And the metal sides were clean.
Hmm.
Yeah, here, you can see that coming off now. And that's just with a fingernail.
Yeah, I know going to have a lot of cleaning to do. It's unfortunately getting a job sort of takes away my time. Oh yeah,
See that
yeah.
stuff
See
stretching
that?
out between them?
Mm-hmm. That's dirty. Well, I don't know how many of you
And
all.
like I say, the metal sides are clean. So,
I was gonna say I don't know how many of you all that follow the Mini Prince Modelers on Facebook, but y'all should. I know Lynn does. I know Steve does. Not sure about that. Hey, there's Lynn.
Hi there.
Yeah. How you been?
welcome home, Lynn.
Thank you. Only 3,000 miles.
Only.
Yeah. Well,
Well, I did 3,200 here few weeks ago, but it only took me, a week and a half. It took you 2 months.
no, it took me 2.5 weeks, but we stopped in several places for days at a time. So
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
if you lose me, because I have tried 3 times this morning to join, our internet is going off and on, off and on, off and on. They told me to reset the router, did that, did a whole bunch of other stuff, and it's still acting up. So, anyways, it's not me, it's this stuff. Anyways, hi.
Well,
Hi.
what I was going to say was, I know Lynn and several of us follow the Mini Prince Modelers, and
Yes.
a couple weeks ago, I think it was, Steve on air made me some mufflers for my tractors.
Mhm.
Well, I got them on.
Yep.
They look great. I also got some great comments that I painted the wheels the wrong color on this Oliver. They should have been red, so I repainted them. And
I was
that's
gonna
one thing
say,
good
just red.
about going on that site is people are nice on there. You know, they don't say, you painted it wrong color. Well, no, they say, well, in my experience, the Oliver tractors are tires are rims are red, and so that's great. That's information I didn't have. I didn't know. However, last week somebody, and I can't remember who it was on YouTube, posted a video of the Truck and Tractor Museum, and I can't even remember where I was at. But oh my word, what a great display of tractors! They had Fergusons, they had Olivers, they had John Deere, they had Massey Fergusons, they had some I had never even heard of before, and even propane tractors that I'd never seen myself. So do a search on Truck and Tractor Museum. It's very interesting to watch. And as I said, it was just a couple weeks ago. I think it was a new video, so it shouldn't be too far back.
When I was
What
up
else?
in Montana, there's a particular store I always like to visit called Murdoch's. I guess it's a chain up there, Wyoming, Montana, whatever. Mostly Western wear, Western equipment, guns, ropes, barbed wire, that sort of stuff. Um, but they have miniatures. And every time I go, I look for the moose, the bears, all like that. They were pretty much out of stock. Back around here, there's a whole bunch of them already. But they had horse trailers. Almost got one, but they didn't have the tractor truck to pull them with, which I could probably come up. Hindsight, I wish I'd gone ahead and got one. But they weren't the little short horse trailers. They were the long commercial ones for livestock or race horses, something like that. But a lot of detail. HO.
Yeah, that sounds good. You know, it's hard to find HO scale. You know, they have a lot of the Matchbox scale, but usually not the HO. So it's a rare. When I find them, I always buy them. You know,
Same here.
it's so rare. So it's good. And let's see what happened. I better go ahead with Steve, if you don't mind. I'll go ahead with my mail call if he's around. Okay, because I got about 10
Is
minutes.
Steve still in the house? Yeah.
Yeah, he's there someplace. There he is. He's down at the other end.
A quick comment before you get started, John.
Mm-hmm.
I think everybody by now has heard about the Train Freak. I did not trim these. These are just rolled up this morning. So I don't want anybody to freak out thinking that I cut them off. They're here. I pull them down, but they're kind of nice up out of the way once in a while. Anyway, carry on.
Okay. Well, I got a box from my favorite train store, Zitnick's in Pinellas Park, Florida. And I am now only missing 5 turnouts for my ladder track system. Got 2 more. You know, they're coming in 2 at a time every 5, 6, 7 months. You know, eventually I'll have them to finish the yard. Great track or space saving system. I just hope microengineering gets a little bit more responsive on making their product and having it available for us. I'm afraid that some people may, turn them off to go back to some other track system, but I like them. They look good. They're DCC friendly and save space. Also got me a 25 pack of the 148 couplers. I know I need a lot more than that, but that's all they had at the time. And then I made some purchases for vehicles. This is a 1948 Dodge V1B pickup. Can't remember the name of the shop on there. Have to get my glasses out to actually read it, but I like these little models. They when they get something new on their list, they put it in their monthly email, so I know when they get new stuff. And they're doing a reorganization of their shop, which they have a lot of pictures on Facebook of what they're doing there. I also got me a 1942 Chrysler Town and Country Woody Wagon, which has the roof rack on it. I like these old woody panel ones. That they're neat to look at. I remember I had a Dodge station wagon, and it had the woody panels on it.
John, are those the ones where the hood opens and doors and stuff?
No, these are the I can't remember the name of the Oxford, and okay, these do not open. Last one I got is 1950.
Hey, John Beneke.
1954 Buick Century wagon. So that's kind of. I may still get a 55 Chevy, but I got to watch my time period there, what cars would be out there. But that was my mail call for this week. Not a big one, but some neat stuff and some things I needed to get.
John, I've been out of the country, to say the least, or the state anyways. Did you ever find the small wheels you were looking for a few weeks ago?
No, and if you look back in your emails, you'll probably see one I sent you. I did not. The ones that you found were still bigger than the ones on the car. I think I actually sent you a mic gauge on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought maybe you could cannibalize this and use the wheels, but you said they were still too big.
Still bigger than what is on the.
Well, hello, Joe. I didn't mean to ignore you.
Yes, he did, Joe.
He snuck in.
No, he didn't.
He snuck in, and so did JD. Hey, JD.
You just weren't paying attention, Steve.
Well, I had a little issue I had to take care of.
Oh,
So, did you get any good train viewing there, Lynn?
oh yes. Oh yes.
I think you posted a few on your Facebook page.
Yeah, that, and I did it on the YouTube also.
Oh, okay, I haven't seen that one yet.
Of course, I one of the stops on the trip, and literally last minute we were packed up, getting in the car. I'd been talking with Ron from Classic Model Trains about sending him all my old miscellaneous pieces, analog stuff like that. If you don't know about his YouTube, he takes an old locomotive, tries it out, works for whatever, completely disassembles them, cleans them like brand new, puts them all back together, updates them, and then shows the improvement.
Mm-hmm.
And I took two big boxes of stuff from what I considered trash to A minus. How's that? Because they had dust and stuff on them. And we did two YouTubes together. I cut mine short because a thunderstorm came in, and I'm old school that you turn everything off when you start hearing lightning and thunder. Lightning or thunder. And he was laughing about that.
I'm old school too.
He's a very, he is just like you see on YouTube. That's him. Not only that, I'm 5'8", average, and I meet him, and he is up here. He is 6'7", 11 inches taller than me. So the whole time
you look
like this, and he's trying to do
tiny.
So we were in the same screen.
I don't think I've seen that video yet. I need to check.
It's interesting, yeah. He's kind of backing off. Everybody's backing off. Heath is backing off. Sparky's backing off. The Train Freak is, everybody's scaling back on the YouTube's coming out. But he's got some energy. I mean, he does O scale, S, H, O. N scale is too small for him, and G is too expensive. So he takes them apart, fixes them up. Once in a while, he gets one that, no Tyco, that there's just no way you're going to make it work. It just doesn't. But we saw a lot of Montana Rail there. I didn't take pictures because freeway and traffic is, I thought Southern California was bad. They're worse. I've never seen them shut down a freeway to move a bulldozer across it. But anyways.
Yeah.
But on our way back, coming down out of Oregon, and that's the video that I think Steve's talking about, old track, didn't look like it had been used, and all of a sudden there's a train. And unusual markings, it's GOOS. And it was like somebody took a roller and painted across whatever the train was originally, and then printed out GOOS. And I looked it up, and it is a railroad, the Goose Lake Railroad.
Well, gentlemen, I have got to go. Got to get to work. Lynn, good seeing you again. It's been too long. Need to do this more often. But hey, you all have a great day and work on some trains. We'll see you next week.
Train money.
Yep, that's what I got to do. Have a good day.
Steve, would you like to see my mail call?
Yes.
This just came yesterday. These are old. I mean, really old. Boxes are pretty roughed up. Got two of these. $7 a piece. I've got to find my coupler conversion, but a couple of dome cards, UP dome cards.
Oh, yeah. Is that a Rivielsi?
I was going to run the locomotive for you on the upper shelf, but it is so loud it interfered with the show, so I shut it down. And it's too much trouble to get down. So that's it.
That dome car looks like Hang on a second. That looks like this one.
It looks very much like yours. We'll turn on this way. Yeah. Yours looks more yellow than mine, but okay.
Well, that could just be the color of the camera, so
Okay.
white balance.
But I need to swap out the couplers. Got the old horny hooks
Good
on
luck
there.
with that. You got to buy, I think it's a 308 KD conversion bolster.
Now, they just pull out and the KDs push in, or McHenry. I'd rather have KD.
The McHenrys push in. The McHenrys aren't worth a crap.
No, that's why I said I'd rather have KD. I thought about doing a body mount. That would make it a lot easier because they're not going to be used on tight turns or anything. Even up here is relatively tight.
Yeah, but on those 83-foot cars, you're gonna hit, and if you body mount them, you're gonna need like a 30-inch radius turn.
Yeah, they'll be run on the club setup, which will be in about 3-4 weeks. We're doing our own setup at the Santa Barbara Zoo in Santa Barbara. Pretty nice place.
Well, that'll be good.
Expensive to get a room, I can tell you firsthand. But I'll have your billboard up. I'll have John's billboard up and a few new ones. So they'll be on display.
Cool. I'm sitting here. I'm painting mini prints as we're talking.
Yeah.
In case you're wondering.
I've
had all these mini prints forever, and I decided, it's time to paint these things. So that's what I'm doing today.
I don't know what. We're going to go grocery shopping as soon as you sign off today. That's or the internet crashes, whichever comes first.
Yeah. My wife gets her second knee replacement on Tuesday.
And next Tuesday, my
My
wife gets a bunch of pins stuck in her back.
Yeah, my wife will be a bionic woman. Two full knee replacements. She had a fractured hip in the spring, so she had to have that screwed back on.
What's with these wives falling apart? I mean,
with what falling apart?
Wives, or wives. Mine.
Wives. Okay. I don't know. Men don't fall apart; they just die.
Correct. Sobering thought. I think about it quite often.
Got my
Oh,
slide painted silver.
I was going to say that must have been hard to paint.
It's really easiest. Problem is the steps are warped. I'm gonna have to fix that.
John was
Let's
talking
see what else
about
I need to
the mini prints and the peanut butter lid thing. I'm sure you saw my post about all the peanut butter jars. We stopped at Sister in Pendleton, and people that have extremely high IQs, they're usually focused one way or the other. And she goes, I understand you like peanut butter. And she gives me 7 jars of peanut butter. And I tried to explain, but gave up that it's only the lids. Well, you can't take the lids without the peanut butter. Okay, all right. Enough said. We won't go any further. And then she started giving me all kinds of other stuff. I have no idea. Little things like this. And well, looks like I may have lost one, but a couple of monkeys. Put it out here where you can see them. There you go, upside down, whichever way. Legos. One cute little girl, though. You know, not sure what I'm going to do with it. Couple of Lego people keep bringing all this stuff out. You know, it's like, okay, just take it, and you know. But I lost one of the monkeys. Yeah, that's not good. I don't know what I'm going to do with one, more or less, too. I did get one other mail call, unrelated to trains, sort of. It's in the other room. I'm not going to go for it. But you know what a key fob is?
Yeah.
Thing to open your car?
Yeah.
I don't know if you can tell or not, but the car's a 2014. Still looks
That's the
pretty
same
good.
as mine.
But
Hang on a second. Hang on a second.
all the buttons started falling out. Didn't mean for Steve to run away. Come back, Steve. Hey, I'll turn the trains on since Steve's gone.
Okay, so yours is a 2014,
Yes.
and you think yours needs replaced?
I got a new one. Ah, yes. And your buttons fell out too.
No, they got eaten away.
Oh. Well, one of them's kind of eaten away. The other two, they're around here somewhere.
And this is, mine's a 2012 Equinox, and
There's
this
one
is
of
the
the
second
buttons.
key fob. So,
I'm not going away. Just going to go upstairs for a second.
okay. So what's everybody else up to today?
Small technical difficulty. Eyesight. Is that too loud?
Not for me.
Okay. Because it's loud in here.
Ah, Kyle. Yeah, I saw your video about the new track.
Oh, it is working. Just needs more power. You'll see it appear after a while.
Okay.
It's interesting because Ron from Classic Model just did a video on reworking one of these. There it goes. Over there. Going to come out over here. And I had the same one on my workbench, waiting to get some minor work repair done on it. But in here, it's really loud. which at shows, that's a good thing. Shows with people talking and everything else going on, sometimes it's hard to hear the sounds on them.
Well, I think we hear the sounds in our train rooms a lot more than what the people on the live stream hear.
Maybe.
All right, 'cause my trains sounds seem loud to me, but I don't think they're loud to anybody else. So when people paint figures or mini prints, whatever, you guys use paint all the different colors on the individual thing you're painting, or do you paint that color on all the ones that need paint? My way to do it is, like right now, I'm just painting everything that needs silver. Then I'll come back and do another color. And I, is that right, wrong, indifferent? I don't know. It's just the way I do it.
I had to look around because I know I had another train running around here somewhere. It's coming out down here. That didn't sound good. Let me see if I can turn the sound off on that one. Yeah. Much better. I was even having trouble hearing you, Steve.
You having trouble hearing me?
The sound of this thing up there, yeah, it was almost
Yeah?
drowning you out. That's why I was wondering if my microphone was picking up all the noise it was making.
You have some background noise, but not much.
Now there shouldn't be very much at all, if any.
No,
Although,
you got to remember, I hear my trains running.
the D unit keeps wanting to go onto a siding. Not a good idea, but a lot of my turnouts, I've removed the springs and everything. And if I run the trains all in the correct direction, there's no problem, but I have a siding for a test track up above. And if it hits it just right, it'll move the frog a little bit and then something derails. Should fix it today, maybe 4 or 5 years from now.
See, I've got tortoise style motors on all mine, so they're held in place.
I started doing that, and then there's one way back over here behind the mountain that I never could get it fine adjusted. So I went back to old school, and I have a lawnmower choke hooked up to it.
Oh, okay.
You go to start your lawnmower, you pull the choke out, starts, and then when it's done, you push it back in. So there's a
lawnmower. Hell, I had a manual choke on my 60 Oldsmobile.
Oh, I had those on a lot of my cars. But it's hard to see around the corner. There's a little black knob, and you pull it one way, turn out it goes that way. You push it in, it goes the other way. The guy at the lawnmower shop thought it was a great idea too. He goes, send me pictures of that. Maybe I can sell more of these. So I've got one for there and one way over here. I can reach them with great difficulties, but the choke mechanism works fine. And they lock in place. They don't have to worry about them doing anything they shouldn't. And the ones down below, the little engines, they, you know, here where you can see it, they tend to work pretty good, flawlessly, more or less. Some little steam engines every once in a while get particular.
Mine says StreamYard has noise canceling, so that probably is why I don't hear much noise, but I do hear the noise of my own train.
Yeah.
All right, I think I'm done with silver.
Well, your little trolley back there really is speeding around there.
Whoa! I finally had a derailment.
Oh, that's what I thought. Saw something flash, but catching that Goose Lake Railroad locomotives, two of them. I tried to find a turnout, found one, pulled it in, and it was probably the best spot.
What happened was a North Coast Limited came uncoupled, all right, and then went around the track and got it. Well, that's what the issue was. Really wasn't a derailment issue as much as it was uncoupled issue. And yeah, Lynn, you may have missed the discussion about the speed of the trolley. Um, the issue there is it's DC and without a capacitor or anything, so it has to have enough. And it's only a three-pole motor. Oh, yeah, I lost Lynn. Oh well. All right, Lynn, no problem. Anyway, that's why it runs so fast. And I found the reason why it's uncoupled. Now I just have to find the reason. Well, here's why it came uncoupled. And what's worse is I can't find the coupler or the metal clip. So, with that, I've got extras of both, but I'm afraid that it'll resurface on the track somewhere. Before I put these on, I do a slight upward bend so that if there's even a little bit of droop, it won't catch. All right. Now what? So I got that ready to go. I got a clip here ready to go. Yes, please, Lee. I apologize for missing last Sunday. I got busy cleaning, breaking down Chicago, and then cleaning track. And by the time I realized what time it was well past your stream time. All right, so I got this one fixed. Oh, okay, found the clip. I've just got to find the coupler that was in it. But I did find the clip. All right. Okay. So I found the clip. And I want to cut it. Where is that? I don't find it. It was sitting on the track somewhere. tool. Oh, good. Glad you found your second monkey. Let's see, we can switch this one over. There. Hey, Ray. Not a problem, Ray. All right, Anthony. 3:30. Anthony Dodge goes live. Let's see, let's see, let's see. I think that's it for my silver, at least for the first go around. In case anybody's wondering, I'm still here. I'm working on these little boogers. Alright, so that's all the silver. I think I'll call it a day. Hanging, it's starting to heat up out here. It's 83, and when it hits 84 in the room, that's when I quit. Overall, the trains is running well. A couple of minor hiccups. I screwed that up. Hit reverse. Dum dum dum. and get on the track right. All right, phone stopped. So this one. I can turn off that. All right. Well, I got a little painting done. Running session. Well, thanks, Ray. I appreciate it. Yeah, I can show up to 4 at a time of my layout cameras, 4 of the 6. And then I can show 4 more of my security camera system. So that's where we get the 8 cameras. And the ones on the left, as I said, this camera here can be pointed straight down on the workbench or at my ugly mug. This, which in those trees is the backwoods bordello. And then this one is of Downers Grove Fairview with Pepperidge Farm Bakery on the left. This building here is just sitting up there. Old. And that's Pepperidge Farm Bakery. And then you got Fairview Street Station there. You got a line level commuter train sitting there on the racetrack. And you got Berwyn Cicero. And I'm going to put a couple of bears, these mini print bears, at Berwyn Cicero. Now, people say, bears in Chicago? Well, just west of Berwyn Cicero would be Brookfield. And the larger of the 2 zoos in Chicago is Brookfield Zoo, and the other being Lincoln Park. But the scene is going to be the bears have escaped. The mascot bear and cub have escaped from the Brookfield Zoo. So that's front. We'll be at this scene, and actually back in those trees, kind of just left the center there is where they'll be. And this one is a adjustable camera. And right now it's showing Route 83 area with the junkyard, and to the right is the grocery distribution center. In the foreground where the gravel car is, that's the quarry and Vulcan Materials. Then, of course, you've got the street scene here. And is it not run? Oops. There it goes. So this is Aurora and the street scene. And I've had to go in at this point and shave away some of the plaster of the street because the side frames were being lifted up and making it lose contact. So I may have to do the same thing at the other side. Because like I said, the rails are clean, and I did clean that little switchers, the pickups on it too. See, it's not coming back, so it's picking up. There it is. Okay. Just a delay that time. And those delays on the Motorman are all programmable. You can lengthen them or shorten them. I think you can go up to a minute, which in the grand scope of things is a really long time. I think I've got it like 9 or 10 seconds on the Aurora Street seat, and the ends, the reversing spots on the trolley, I think I have set for 20 or 30 seconds, and about 9 seconds at the intermittent stop spot, where it's at now behind Union Station, and over off of was it Franklin or Randolph? I can never remember. So. Oh, I forgot to do that. Anyway. Yeah. Well, the security, those cameras are actually, I'm signed in off my laptop for it in the other room. And as you look down that left side, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 10 cameras on the security system, 4 of which are devoted to the trains. It was another way, Ray, for me to add visibility to the cameras. Instead of just being able to see 4, I could go more than that. So that was the kind of the purpose. Plus, the lenses on the security cameras are different. So I still need to get like a handy cam, a handheld, where I can put it on a tripod on rollers, so I can roll it back and forth through here. And one day I will be able to do that. All right, folks, we're at an hour and 15, so we ran longer than our norm today. And I hope to get some editing done now that if the last couple of days are trending with some cooler days out here, because it's still only 83 in the room, but we're past our hour. So. Yeah. I always have to. I have so many ups and downs, and then not a constant temperature in here. Gauging can be a real issue for me. I was having a minor issue that I thought I had fixed before the stream, but it did derail once down there. And that's a gauging issue there too. And then I had an issue with a turnout way on the other side of the gravel pit, causing me some issues the other day. So here nor there. Thanks, Lee. Appreciate it. Hey, Gus, you snuck in on me. I didn't even realize you were here, buddy. Glad you could make it. So, all right, folks. Well, let's see what's on private chat. Oh, it was Lynn. Okay. So, anyway, y'all have a great day and a great weekend. Remember, Anthony Dodge is at 3:30. Last I heard, yeah, no kidding, Ray. That's the only time things derail. I mean, I ran trains all morning, didn't have issue one, and then I had the one drop a coupler of, by all means, and this is a coupler that the previous owner on that had. It looked like he had used some JB Weld to hold it on. Apparently that didn't work. I still didn't find the coupler itself. I just found the clip-on cover. So anyway, Ray, give your best to Tammy and Ray for me, and everybody have a great weekend. Bye now.